Good evening. I'm Sarah Aziz, 3 Lancelot Drive. I want to address the criticism that our Board of Education somehow failed the taxpayers by not following Edison's example of building permanent modular construction to alleviate our overcrowding problem. Edison's new modular construction are of poor quality and not fire resistant. I don't think Monroe should follow their example. I don't want my child learning in a potentially hazardous classroom. In fact, if Monroe got these modular units and God forbid there was a fire, it could result in dead or injured children or staff, devastated families, and a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against the Board of Education. The Board of Education may come to regret attempting to save money by installing these units in the first place. Monroe can and should do better. Most importantly, these modular units did not solve Edison's overcrowding problem. Their common areas, including the cafeteria, the gym, the auditorium, are still overcrowded. In spite of the addition of these modular units, Edison still needed to pass a $189 million referendum to solve their overcrowding problem across the district. According to an article on centraljersey.com published last December, one of their school supervisors said that in Edison, there are students who are eating lunch in their classrooms, students that are having classes in converted closets, and being served lunch in the hallways. In fact, this supervisor also said that when classes change, the situation in the hallways is so dangerous that children are not allowed to carry backpacks because they're packed into the hallways like quote-unquote sardines. Even if Monroe were to add modular classroom additions onto some of our existing schools, we would still have the problem of overcrowded cafeterias, hallways, and other common areas. And at some point, we will need to build a new school anyway. Furthermore, if Monroe got the same Edison-type modular units and then spent the money to make the necessary upgrades to them, it could wind up costing as much or more than traditional brick or mortar building that would last much longer. In other words, this modular construction plan is penny wise and pound foolish. It is a short-sighted solution that should be totally rejected because it will likely cost taxpayers more money over the long term. The bottom line is, I think that we need a new school. Again, I urge our community to stand behind the ad hoc proposal for a new intermediate grade 5 to 6 school and a limited classroom expansion onto the high school. Such an intermediate school is likely to cost less than the previously proposed grade 6 to 8 middle school or the larger classroom expansion that failed in the previous referenda. The former golf site remains the most cost-effective location for the new school, and all the necessary state approvals have already been obtained. If there are some board members that oppose the golf site, then the onus should be on them to suggest a different location that will cost taxpayers less time and money. I do qualify the support of the golf site location with the understanding that a new traffic study is needed. If the new traffic study proves that this location is unsafe, and if there's no way we could work with the town to address the traffic problem, then of course, at that point, the Board of Education has a responsibility to find a new location based on the evidence. The safety of our residents is paramount, and decisions should be guided based on evidence, not conjecture or speculation. Time is of the essence, and a delay in moving forward will cost taxpayers more money as the cost of building materials rises every year, and our children continue to struggle in overcrowded schools. Finally, it is important to note that if left unaddressed, our school overcrowding problem will have a very negative effect on our property values, and many homeowners may be adversely affected regardless of whether they have children in the schools or not. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Anyone else